Hey guys, welcome back to Comic Talk. Today, we're going to be discussing Thor, Love and Thunder. And you might be asking yourselves, why are you wearing just a plain old gray t-shirt? Well, that's what I thought about this movie. Underwhelming, plain, and just a plain old, like how I feel about this shirt, that's how I feel about Thor, Love and Thunder. Granted, if you love this movie, I won't say that you don't. I won't say that you're wrong. None of that. But this movie was, for me, was kind of underwhelming. Like, I didn't have any strong feelings towards it. Like, I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. It was just like, I went to watch a movie. It was good. It was good at best. They had its good moments. I liked when... So, again, spoiler alert, if you haven't watched the movie, go watch it in theaters if you haven't seen it already. But, again, after that, if you don't want to see it, I can't say anything. But, again, this is a spoiler review. There were some concepts that were really good, but, again, for me, this movie was really, really underwhelming. And I have a few thoughts on why I think it's underwhelming. And I don't think there was a lot of stuff that they could have done, but I guess they could have made it a little bit more epic. But as, especially if you're a Marvel fan or an MCU fan, you're so used to, like, the last few movies from, like, Phase 4 with, like, Avengers Infinity War, Avengers Endgame, the last Thor movie with the Hulk in it. I was like, man, oh man, that was really good. And I feel like for me, especially for me, I didn't really start watching the MCU like movie after movie and keeping up with the MCU since I started with Captain America: The Winter Soldier. And by then, you could already see some of the puzzle pieces coming together. Everything was coming together. So that was like kind of like the first movie where you kind of see like the starting to get a picture of like what the puzzle is going forward with some of the SHIELD agents being Hydra, with the Winter Soldier, and just everything building up to Avengers Infinity War and Endgame and stuff like that. So it's kind of around that time where a lot of people, or that's where I started, but I think that movie really, that's where a lot of people got to see, some of the puzzle pieces coming together, if you will. And I think if you're a Marvel fan, you're expecting like everything to, if you want this movie, this needs to be connected to this movie, and this movie needs to be connected to this movie. So what did I miss? What is connected to this movie? And this movie was kind of like, it felt like a standalone movie. Like, I guess it had, because of Thor's in it, and New Asgard, and Natalie Portman comes back. She as Jane Foster, which I thought was really cool. But their relationship, I forgot that they broke up. I forgot what happened in Thor 2. That was like so long ago that I kind of forgot. And I don't know if that's what really happened. I need to watch Thor 2 again, which, again, one of those movies where it was kind of forgettable. Like, let me know in the comment section below, did you guys watch Thor 2? And did you guys actually like Thor 2 or Thor 1? Thor Ragnarok was actually really good, really funny. But I feel like since the first two Thor movies were taken a little bit more seriously, not as funny as like the third movies, and when directed by Taika Waititi, Thor Ragnarok, everybody was like, oh, finally, a funny Thor. This is what he's supposed to be. And I feel like they tried to shoehorn that in a little bit, like, oh, he's supposed to be a funny Thor. I wish they took this movie a little bit more seriously, maybe toned the funny jokes down a little bit, and I think it would have been a little bit better of a movie. But again, that's just my opinion. But I feel like that would have been a better movie. And I think some of the fight scenes were underwhelming. A lot of the death scenes like didn't really have any effect on me. Like, I didn't feel any emotional investment in like I thought Christian Bale's character, I forgot what his name is in the movie, but I thought Christian Bale was really good. Obviously, everything that he does, he like takes it 110%. He even changes his body. It was cool to see Batman on the screen again, but again, it was one of those movies where it was like really underwhelming, and the fight scenes were okay. The death scenes didn't really like matter. Like, I guess at the end, like, he's a bad guy, but then he has a heart, I guess. So then he dies, but then his daughter goes with Thor. I'm like, oh, okay, that's why it's called Love and Thunder, I guess. Sure, okay. Okay. And what else? What else did I say? Oh, Jane's death. Uh, Towards the end of the movie, like, I didn't really feel any emotional thing with her, because I was like, I don't know why I'm not feeling any like emotional connection to this character. Like with Tony Stark's death scene, like, okay, that's, it felt like Quicksilver's death scene in Avengers Age of Ultron, where he was just in one movie and we expect us to cry and care about his death, even though he was just barely in, not even a full movie. And but it was not as impactful as, Black Widow's death scene, because, across 10 years, and Tony Stark's death scene across 10 years, like, you felt that emotion. You felt that, like, oh, this is a great loss to these people. But, like, Jane she's only been in, like, 3 movies. She was not in Thor Ragnarok. I think the last movie she was in the last Thor movie, that, again, very forgettable Thor movie. So I don't know how many people actually saw it. And it felt like, we just met this person for the first time in, like, I don't know how many years. And then she dies. And then at the end of the movie, at the end credit scene, oh, she's in Valhalla, so she might be coming back in another movie. So kind of like cancels out the death scene in that, right? We get Heimdall. We got to see Heimdall again. That was pretty cool. The kids fight scene towards the end of the movie was all right. It was pretty funny, but again, not the greatest fight scene for, a Marvel movie. And one of my biggest things is I never really felt that Thor was actually kind of in danger. I guess the kids were in danger, kind of. I knew he was going to save them, but I'm like, I didn't really feel like anything for, like, Thor. Like, I felt like Thor, finally realizes he doesn't need the hammer. He's the god of lightning, not the god of hammers, the god of lightning. So I feel like he was super powerful, and I didn't really feel any fear for Thor, and I didn't feel any, because the villain was not that powerful. He just had a sword that can kill Thor, but again, you just destroy the sword and the villain dies. That's it. That's the whole plan. And the whole villain's plan is he just wants to go to the middle of the universe and make one wish. All right. And it would have been cool to see, how he, we didn't really get to see him slaying all the other gods, like all these powerful gods and stuff like that. And we got to see Zeus for the first time in the MCU, and it was kind of underwhelming. Like, I don't know, Zeus is kind of dick in this, like, I don't know, man. This is, we think that Zeus is dead. Nope, he's not dead. He just has a hole through his chest, and I guess, I think that was Hercules at the end. I'm not too sure. I think that's what I heard he said, but that's what my friend said that he said, but I'm not too sure. I'm not too familiar with Zeus in the Marvel comics, or how he interacts with in the MCU. I know how he interacts with, like, the DC comics, but not for the Marvel comics. So I'm not too sure on how Zeus works in this universe. So I'll probably ask my friends about that. But yeah, again, underwhelming film. And it's just my belief that I think this universe is basically restarting. The MCU is kind of restart after Endgame. So now we're going to be rebuilding, stuff like that. We don't really see all the puzzle pieces yet. A lot of people are speculating that they're building to Secret Wars, which is probably true. Who knows? Not really confirmed yet, but that's what a lot of people are rumored. A lot of people are saying that it's rumored to be heading to, like, a Secret Wars kind of thing. So who knows? And I didn't feel like this movie really moved the storyline any like forward that much. We got to introduce to Zeus, I guess, so maybe he's gonna be in another movie, but even the after credit scenes didn't really show us what the next movie is going to be, any teasers for the next movie and what's going to happen next in the MCU. So I felt like this was kind of like a standalone film for me. So, and when you don't really expect for an MCU movie, but that just could be like, since they're just restarting all of their movies again. So that's a possibility. But what did you guys think of Thor Love and Thunder? Let me know in the comment sections below. Did you guys love it? Did you guys agree with me that is underwhelming? Let me know in the comment sections below. And if you don't agree with me, let me know why, and why do you think this is a great movie. Let me know in the comment section below. Subscribe if you haven't already. Like the video. Follow me on TikTok and Instagram if you haven't already at talk.comic for exclusive content. And I'll see you guys next week. Now I'm going to be shooting on Wednesdays, so not on Mondays anymore. Shooting on Wednesdays. I'm going to have a little bit more free time on Wednesdays, so every week on Wednesday, new video coming out. Again, comments down below, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week.